Hi children, in the last video I had spoken about how being not assertive has put us into the state where we use more and more mobiles, or we fall for these things which we really don't want to do, or we really don't care about much, but we just go ahead and do it because it's there available for us and it's presented to us, right? Like opening some sites or watching some YouTube or whatever, just because it pops up and we are not able to say no. So basically we had all crystallized it down to our inability to say no, and therefore our inability to do what we want to do at a time when we would be watching something else which somebody else decides what we should be doing. Okay, so now having said this much, what is it that we can do about it? So in the next couple of videos I'm going to handle one by one some things that we can do, that we can consciously do so as to be more assertive and increase our level of assertiveness. Okay, now so here goes the first one, right? Now let's look at a situation where in our class, for example, we had taken an example of a small boy who asked an eraser from us and we gave, and okay, we gave once and he didn't return. What do we do the next time? The next time he asks, do we say a flat no? If we say a flat no, then good, we know how to be assertive. If you're not able to say a flat no and we give the eraser again, knowing that the last time he took, he did not return, or he did not respect me for the fact that I had given him the eraser. When you're a tiny child, let's look at it from that boy's point of view. So when he asks, when your classmate asks for an eraser and you know that he's not going to take care of it, what should your response be if you know that he's not going to take care of it? No, I'm using it, or no, I need it right now, you better give it back to me right now. Okay, some kind of an answer which would make sure, are you alerting the other child that I need it back, right? Now if you're not able to say all that, that's where we said that we are training ourselves to be lacking assertiveness. If we have to develop that assertiveness, what is it that we would have to say? How is it that we should be thinking about it? How is it that we should be taking that situation? So let's say the boy is asking, hey, give me that eraser, and now you're thinking, oh God, if I say no, he's not going to like me for what I am saying. And let's now look at it. If he's not going to like me, so what? He's not going to talk to me, he's not going to include me in gaming, in whenever they go out to play. Okay, if they don't include you whenever they go out to play, or if this boy doesn't talk to you, doesn't include you in go out in playing, so what? Then I'd be alone. All right, so if you're alone, so what? Then I'd feel very lonely because nobody else is talking to me. Okay, so if you're feeling lonely and nobody else is talking to you, what is it that you can do about it? Maybe you can play on your own. So is it that something I can tell? Okay, if he doesn't include me in playing, I will find somebody else to play with, or maybe I can play on my own. Now no, I cannot play on my own. Why would you not play on your own? I would not play on my own because I do not know what I can do with myself. I do not know how to play with myself, or I do not know how to go and make more friends with others and invite them to play with me. Or I'm not just sure what I can do so as to be able to spend that time which I'm on my own, right? So that boy, now when he grows up to become an older child lacking the same assertiveness that we spoke about earlier, he would still be thinking, oh God, I better say yes to him, or I better give him the eraser, or I better give him the notebook, otherwise he's not going to allow me to play, or he's not going to speak to me, or he's going to isolate me and I'll have to be on my own. Each time I fear being on my own. And now if I'm to ask you children, each time when you are on your own, what is it that you can do to make yourself stronger? If you have to be on your own, you play something on your own, or go and find somebody else to play with. What would that need you to have? That would need you to have something which you know that you have, your strengths, right? Now how would you identify your strengths? How would you know what you have to be able to say that I can be on my own? You should have tried it earlier. Now is it that you have to wait for somebody to tell you that you don't have to play with me to try it earlier? No, you could probably just be doing whatever needs to be done on your own, irrespective of whether there are people. So if there are people, you play with them. If there are no people, you don't play with them, right? And therefore, an opportunity to test your strengths, an opportunity to test your strengths, an opportunity to test what qualities you have. And therefore, when you become the doer rather than the one who watches, changes you from a person who doesn't know what to do to a person, I know what to do because I have done this earlier. So the trick is in doing, right? To be on your own sometimes if people are there, if people are not there, or to be with people if people are there, irrespective of what. When you know that I can do something with myself, I trust my strength, I am strong, I can play on my own, I am a friendly person, I can talk to anybody, I read up a lot, so if people are saying something, I also have something to contribute. Or I have exercised, or I keep my body so strong that whichever group I go to, I'm a fast runner, I speak well, or I am sort of alert, and therefore I can grasp whatever people are saying. All these things come as strengths for you, right? And these would come forth at situations when you're not sure what to do. And when you're not sure what to do, you would fall back on your strengths. And this training that you do, now nobody's late at any age. You can start it at any age you are, whether you're in 3rd grade or 10th grade, or you're in college, or an old woman like me. At any age you can start by identifying your strengths and working in the sense doing, becoming the doer. So go ahead and do whatever you fancy, not fearing that, okay, what will somebody say? Because the more and more I do, the more and more I discover myself, the more and more I have an opportunity to reinvent myself. Okay, this is not working in my benefit. Is it something I can do slightly differently so it works in my benefit, irrespective of what others are there? Because some people who come into our lives will stay with us for life. Some people are just people whom we meet, like we meet people on the train, and our journey continues, and some people are gone, some people hang on with us. But we are to be there for ourselves, with our own strengths, with our own qualities, and with our own identifying ourselves for what we are. Okay, so try this out, and in the coming videos I'm going to handle a couple of more things that we can do one by one. So walk with me through this journey as we work on our assertiveness. Okay, until then, ciao, bye.